seat as we make our way through the rest of the snowboard women's field. Back up to the top of the Viltseloader, Fieberbrunn Pro Snowboard Women underway here. You can see the Alps in the background, this absolutely spectacular backdrop to the top of the Viltseloader face. This face iconic on the Freeride World Tour, 20 years plus that it's been used for freeride competition, and year on year, it changes, it modifies, it evolves based on snowpack and weather and all kinds of stuff. So you can see in the background there, Ana Martinez standing on a razor's edge. The south face is getting blasted by the sun. Snow just unable to hold on. As we are looking at Nuria Castán, the Spanish rider, she has 2 podiums to her name, and right now she is in a virtual tie with Audrey Hebert. She is currently below the cut. Audrey is just above the cut. Whichever of them comes out ahead likely will take that carryover spot into Verbier. This woman is certainly capable of delivering a big performance here with the pressure on her shoulders, doing it for the Spanish crew, 27 years old. Nuria has become a bit of a regular on the Freeride World Tour, 5 seasons, taking the win last year in Verbier and Georgia, a great season, and then second in the Xtreme, a huge season last year for Nuria, and she's looking to put herself back in the mix to be in Verbier this year and to be on the tour for 2026.
As you said, not a competitor to ever count out. So much energy, strong riding, really stays center on that board as she makes her way down to this very sunny side, which now the snow has probably changed quite significantly than from the ski women.
Yeah, absolutely. The sun definitely having an effect here, which is why this was crusty earlier on in the morning. Now it's starting to get a little bit of the heat from the sun as Nuria, following the tracks from many of the ski women and from Estelle, popping her first feature. It's so important to get that first feature underway and just feel the energy from your board, feel the way the snow is reacting to your board. We're getting our 2 goofy foot riders in the field right out of the gate, first and second. So I don't know if there's an advantage or disadvantage of being goofy on this one. There's not a lot of traversing, so it may not come into effect for the snowboard women. But Nuria Castán now getting into the heart of things.
Making her way through this sunny side of the venue in the couloir, but quickly she'll go into the shade. Looks like she's lining herself up for the first, now her second hit of the day.
Yeah, Nuria Castán taking on this lower section. Now we know from the ski women that it's a challenging exit from this part as she goes way, way over. There is a little seam there, or there's a huge air. There's also the route that Estelle took to get out of there, which it looks like Nuria may have inadvertently followed that track as she finds herself in the same pickle as Estelle Rosolio, and now she's going to move back. There's some big cliffs looming underneath Nuria. She needs to traverse on that heel side to get out. You can see what's underneath her, and I don't think she wants any part of that right now.
Definitely not, but it's huge on that side, but it doesn't get much smaller on the other side either. This is a full commitment zone. But we'll see if she inspected well. Sometimes inspecting means making sure you have option A, B, and C. It looks like she's able to follow some of these skier women tracks. The same line that Ari took, a little bit less of a committing air.
Yeah, and there you can see the landing's a bit better on that side as Nuria pops into the air. Clean landing. So definitely a bit of fluidity, Doc, for her route finding there, but once she was back underway, clean and solid. Arcing now. You can see this snow is actually holding up quite well as it actually sprays off her board, and then she's going to come down into this lower section where it changes again. We saw the ski women struggling a little bit in the low section. The rider's left side, which is below Nuria now, was a bit better, but definitely difficult, and with only 2 edges instead of 4. But Nuria is still finding features down on this lower section.
Yeah, and it takes quite a lot of skill set mentally to be able to, revert, find a new line, and stay strong in riding through this. Yeah,
the mental fortitude and resilience required to just stay on point and recognize that your run is not done until it's done. And challenging conditions for the snowboarders here, I think more so than it was for the skiers. But Nuria managing, she's so strong on her edges, keeping that edge engaged and letting the board kind of just loosely float and bounce underneath her, letting the legs take the work as she releases into the fall line now and out into the flats. Nuria Castán approaching the finish.
Never over till it's over, but making her way through the finish line is in sight. Still playing with the snow on her way down.
Yeah, and a smart approach there, getting out a little further right, not being in the tracks, as I think those tracks are pretty well established.
Fucking hell.
Well, there you go. That tells the entire tale.
Little line on the way. But pretty good. Holy moly.
Holy moly.
Yeah, this is her exiting out an exit that I don't believe she was planning to ride, but she stayed on her board, narrowly missing that rock just to her left from the forerunner. So again, really impressive the way that she, you know, she'll certainly get docked for missing her line, but she showed that she can work on the fly and continue down. Definitely did not fall. We'll see what the judges have to say about her run.
Yeah, you could see line and fluidity definitely a bit lower there for Nuria. So a 63-point run for Nuria Castán. That is going to move her into the hot seat.
Where's the stuff?
Yeah, just checking in.
What do you mean?
She doesn't even know that a no score was possible in snowboarding. That's how rare it is. But Nuria Castán with a little bit of a navigational error in that run, but ultimately keeping it clean, keeping it solid, and managing, as you said, Hadley, the